Well, they truly brought out the reactionary in me, didn't they? Just wanted to say big oops about the last video because I fell for it. Considering legitimate groups like PETA actually concrete their feet? Is that accurate? Well, poured cement into a block where their feet were so they would be wearing concrete shoes to protest. I didn't think that this kind of behavior from activism groups was too far-fetched. With requests for cryptocurrency donations and funding from an American oil fortune heiress, the controversy surrounding Just Stop Oil is larger than one can of tomato soup and a painting. A climate change activist group asking for donations via cryptocurrency, which is a form of currency that involves harming the environment in order for it to exist? Interesting. And even more interesting, they receive funding from an American oil fortune heiress. That's sus. I thought I was just going to record a quick video roasting some idiots, and apparently I have to think about things now. God damn it. This leads me to one of two conclusions. The first is this entire group is made to make fun of activists. It's the spit in the face of climate change activists that do good. It's the upper homeless style version of activism. If you don't understand that reference, you should watch Sarah Zed's video on upper homeless style, but I'll give you a quick rundown. When you go on Tumblr, there are a lot of obviously fake stories going about, such as a racist got punched in the face and everyone stood up and cheered, and a lot of these were obviously fake and people believed that this was SJWs creating these fake posts for attention and to superficially own and dunk on their political opposition. But it turns out that a great chunk of these posts originate from an extremely right-leaning man who created these posts, obviously made them fake, and then put them out there to make the left seem crazy, delusional, and not credible. And it works. A lot of the time I'll hear people reiterating these stories of, oh, the left did something crazy this time. See, look at this post of them saying that they did something crazy, when it was actually not written by somebody who was in the left whatsoever. This could be what Just Stop Oil is doing, making fun of climate change activists. The problem herein is some people who are climate change activists don't seem to have got the memo like me. People like Big Brain Steve in my last video is a conservationist and genuinely believed what Just Stop Oil was doing was for the good of all. They buy into the intentions of Just Stop Oil and also agree with their actions because they think Just Stop Oil has the same goal as them. I have the same goal as them as well, I just disagree with their methods. But they're kind of scamming people who are genuinely interested in their cause. They're getting other like-minded people who believe in extreme activism and who support the same cause as them to rally behind them, not knowing exactly what Just Stop Oil truly is. They might not know the harms of cryptocurrency. They might be donating to this company not knowing the harm cryptocurrency can do to the environment, which is sweet, sweet irony. This leads on to my second conclusion. It's a full-out scam. Allegedly. This is all alleged, by the way. Just Stop Oil? Allegedly. They're just using the money that they get from donations and keeping it for themselves. They aren't trying to make fun of eco-activists. They just want to use eco-activists in order to profit. Or hell, there might be a surprise bonus third possibility where they are just doing both at the same time, killing two birds with one stone. The organisation itself is shady. But then we go on to the actions of the activists going out and doing things in their name. And while I find the tomato on Van Gogh extremely distasteful and not productive whatsoever, they're doing more harm than that. Government says Just Stop Oil protest that blocked fire engine unacceptable. Farmer furious at absolute mess left by Just Stop Oil protesters near Kingsbury Oil Terminal hideout. Just Stop Oil's group protests over the past year have resulted in multiple arrests with more than 70 activists facing criminal charges. And you can see why. Some people are building tunnels under roads near oil terminals in order to protest and stay there, which is destroying private property. Just the cost of damages alone can be massive. Farmers do not get paid well. They produce all of the things that we eat, the things that we need to survive, that we buy in supermarkets. And we rely on them for locally sourced goods. Farmers in Britain are doing this so we don't have to use environmentally unfriendly methods of obtaining food. So we don't have to use a lot of fuel to ship over goods from other countries. They cannot afford to have these damages to their lands. Everything that they have pretty much goes back into the farm. So that's another little tinge of irony there. By protesting near farmers that provide locally sourced goods, you are harming the environment. And even worse, they are blocking off main highways which emergency services use, including ambulances and fire engines. Things we need to save lives. I have always hated the protest tactic of blocking off main roads. The thought that there is somebody possibly in their home having a heart attack or a stroke, somebody who could possibly be saved if they received immediate medical attention, isn't getting it because there are some people sat on a road protesting a cause that had nothing to do with that individual or that emergency service to begin with. And I find it really hard to believe that these 70 at minimum activists are all in on Just Stop Oil's true intentions. I think that's why it might be the third surprise bonus conclusion. They're manipulating people who genuinely care about the environment to support them, and it's just an added bonus. A little slap in the face to be using these people and getting profit off of them while hiding what they're truly all about that contradicts the desires and the beliefs of these activists. I mean, why not discredit the people who are a threat to your income because they're against oil farming, while also at the same time making money off of them? It's really insidious to think that that is what could be possibly going on. And it's really sad. And I wish I had looked into this a lot more before making my reactionary video. But I had some pent-up rage from other things I hadn't ranted in a while. Let's let it out on the people who tomatoed Van Gogh. I'm not quite sure what to make of it entirely because the oil heiress is simultaneously funding Just Stop Oil. Is she feeling a bit guilty about it? I'm not sure what's going on. It's the cryptocurrency part that just put the nail in the coffin for me. Something dodgy is going on and I have no idea what. And I wish there was more information on this, but when I try and research it, it's just news articles about all the protests that have been going on with this specific corporation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm baffled. That was a 360 from yesterday, wasn't it? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.